Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Rock it. Check. Look, squeeze, fight.
Now a give coming right is Breida. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. He'll look to throw. But it's brought in by Washington. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
First down.
Ready, set. Hey, lock it. Protein spill.
On first down, here's Breida. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Samuels, 54 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go. Hurry! Alert! Crouch!
First carry for Nick Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Watch out!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Check 20. Pistol.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let him know, let him know.
They go with Chubb on second down. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
180. Run. Here we go, D. All day, defense.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second and 9, Mayfield eluding the pressure right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to look deep down the field. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
Austin Seibert on for the field goal.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. They run with Breida. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First down, Pittsburgh.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. They'll run with the NC State man, it's Jalen Samuels. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Browns 3.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Show it up. Show it up. Check. Fresno. Check 4.
2nd and 5. Going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on him for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Check. Watch 54. Let's set a tone.
They go play action here on 1st down. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
That's another Browns 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, alert!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Now Mayfield. That's taken in by Callaway. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Forced out to his left. He'll throw deep left side. And it's intercepted. The safety Terrell Edmonds picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Mack Wilson able to get him for a loss of about 3. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. This is Breida. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Breida, he'll try the right side. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
The Steelers send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 16-yard line.
180! King! Come on.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. T.J. Watt able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here's Mayfield. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Here I come again.
Now it's Breida. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Let's go
now. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Quick dash. Go.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Breida. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Set 18 Gators. 56. Here I come. Check. Ready.
Now a give to Breida. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Ready? 10-2 stop. Look at me. Go. Slam. Go.
Here's a handoff left side to Breida. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Malik Jefferson in there on the stop.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On the handoff, this is Breida. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Now a give running left is Breida. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On it's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Boswell's kick is good. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that. On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. They'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, tight. Shit shot.
From the gun, Mayfield. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. 54.
On third down, Mayfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Check 24. Check 24. Hurry!
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I don't even know why this team...
Mayfield to throw it. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Pistol. Tighten up.
Mayfield. Got an open man. It's Ratley. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Drops it off to Chubb. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A 3-yard touchdown run as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point by Seibert up and good, and we are even at 10 apiece. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
70, Indy. Watch the run, watch the run. Watch the run.
Second and 13. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jennard Avery in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Sheldon Richardson providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Cleveland offense ready to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Mayfield now from the 50. Now Mayfield lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. The 20, 10, and he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know, head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes it a 17-10 score. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started.
You better be afraid of me.
Mayfield off the play fake. And he finds a man with a crossing route. He got 29 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Mayfield looks to throw. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Here we go.
Chubb, and an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action. Mayfield, and he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. T.J. Watt picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing, Mayfield, and an alley to run. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2, much more manageable. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
He finds Beckham complete. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him to 1st.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On the ground, it's Chubb trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Matt Breida, 62 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for a big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder, putting more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I got you.
Play fake. Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Browns on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
Mayfield down. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. To throw, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Here we go. Set. 60 or. Hard. Cut. Step.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling them, all right? You didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Mayfield able to get this one to his tight end, Njoku. 2nd catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. I want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Give him 32 on the play. Mayfield on play action. Trying to improvise. And this is going to be incomplete. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Third and long for Mayfield. He's going to take a shot for the... And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham there to make the grab. And the Browns get a score closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now, it'll be a two-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a two-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tag on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Coming this way, here we go.
They run again with Breida. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Down. 60 outlaw. There. Watch the twist.
And again this time to the tailback. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Matt Breida saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Now a desperation throw deep. That's caught at the 25. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for Cleveland first. Here's Mayfield being chased out left. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku there to make the grab. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2.
Here we go, G. Wide, get wide. Real.
One last shot for Mayfield here. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And the AFC champion has been crowned onto the Super Bowl. There cannot be a better feeling than this.
It's almost indescribable. And when we talk to players from the past, a lot of them mention getting to the Super Bowl, winning a conference championship, even before they talk about the Super Bowl itself. All that hard work to get to your goal, incredible.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.